everyone, Chris here, and welcome to my channel. For today's 5 on Friday, I'm going to start a kind of new series that I will do quarterly, and for this I'm going to talk about 5 books on my physical TBR whose covers remind me of summer. So I will do this again come the beginning of fall, and then again at the beginning of winter, and then again at the beginning of spring. I am not going to tell you what the book is about because I want to go into it as blind as I can. Obviously, at some point I have read the descriptions of all these books, but I am literally just basing my choices on their covers and the fact that there's something about their cover that reminds me of summer. So I'm going to talk about what about that cover reminds me of summer, like why I picked these books, and then at some point, once I've read them, I will do a wrap-up and I will talk about whether these books actually did represent the season of summer, or if it was just the cover that gave that impression. Plus, I will talk about what I thought about the books in general. I just thought this would be a fun way to pick out some books on my TBR that maybe I wouldn't have gotten to in the near future, because I have a very big TBR, and I just thought this would be a fun way to include some new books on my radar and get them off of my TBR in a more timely manner. So first up, we have The Astonishing Maybe by Shonta Rhimes. Give you guys a close-up here. So the reason this book is on my list of summer is there is a little girl on it, and she is roller skating, and it looks to me like she might be out of school for the summer. And obviously there's a lot of sunshine, and you've got some like planters in the back here, and I don't know, it gave me some real summer vibes with the idea of a kid kind of playing outside and roller skating for the summer. The tagline here says, "How far will you go to discover the truth?" So I think maybe she is going to be trying to learn something, and maybe it's a bit of a mystery and she's going to be trying to figure something out. I also really, really like her socks. They kind of remind me of a pride flag, and seeing as June is Pride Month, that is another reason to kind of think of summer, because summer starts in June, and June being Pride Month is a summer connection. So I'm very curious to see what it is that she is going to be looking into and whether this book takes place in summer. So next up is Boardwalk Summer by Meredith Jagger. And I'll give you a close-up of the cover here. So this book feels a bit on the nose. Like, 1, the word summer is in the title, and 2, I mean, you go to the beach in summer. Unless you live somewhere where it's really, really warm, you're probably not going to the beach in like fall or early spring, or definitely not winter. So I'm going to assume this takes place in the summer. I also am going to guess that it's a historical fiction, given the bathing suit that the woman is wearing in the picture. Let's see, there is a bit of a quote from Elise Hooper, the author of The Other Alcott. It says, "A compelling story that channels both the big dreams of old Hollywood and the charm and thrills of Santa Cruz's boardwalk." So I'm going to guess that maybe it takes place in California. Obviously, it's a historical fiction. Again, like I said, between her bathing suit and that quote. And yeah, I'm curious to see what is going to take place in this book. Again, if it's summer and maybe takes place at a boardwalk. So next up, we have The Star-Crossed Sisters of Tuscany by Lori Nelson Spielman. And so the reasons this cover makes me think of summer is obviously all the flowers and the golden light. There's like 2 girls who appear to be on like some kind of scooter bike type thing. And it makes me think that maybe these 2 girls are friends or sisters who are on some sort of vacation. And I'm going to guess maybe it's a summer vacation, and I'm guessing they go to Tuscany for some reason. It's just a gorgeous cover in general, and I am very curious to see what these sisters are up to, and if they do go to Tuscany, and if it does take place during the summer. Next up, we have Sticky Notes from Diane Tuttle. So it says, "Minds can forget, but hearts remember." And obviously, the name is Sticky Notes. So the reason I chose this book is because we have a kid wearing a t-shirt and a pair of shorts, and I think of t-shirts and shorts as summer weather, and he looks to be in some sort of park. I'm guessing this is going to be a book about somebody who is forgetting something and leaving sticky notes all over the place. I get the feeling that this could potentially be a bit of a sad book that might make me cry, because if you're forgetting stuff and leaving sticky notes around to remind yourself of things, it could be very serious subject matter. But I'm looking forward to seeing what the story is behind this kid and the sticky notes. And lastly, I have Where the Watermelons Grow by Cindy Baldwin. So the reason I chose this one is watermelon makes me think of summer. I think of like picnics, and well, I was never a huge fan of watermelon. I distinctly remember being offered watermelon a lot in the summer by various people in my life, whether it was at my sister-in-law's house or whether I was at a friend's house, or like I said, going to family get-togethers or something in the summer. I just feel like there was constantly watermelon around. So I really do associate watermelon with the summertime. It says, sometimes magic is found where you least expect it. So maybe this girl, because there's a little girl here, learns that growing watermelons can be magical or something like that. I'm not quite sure. I'm very, very intrigued, and I would assume that watermelons somehow factor into the plot of the story, since the name is Where the Watermelons Grow. But I guess I will have to read it and find out. So these are 5 books on my TBR whose covers make me think of summer. What is a book that's on your TBR whose cover makes you think of summer? If you've made it this far in the video, leave me any emojis that you associate with summer. Like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!